let's get to the latest out of Israel, where the number of Americans killed in the attack is rising. But as the United States begins sending military assistance to the country, a new Speaker of the House must be elected before any new money can aid Israel. NBC's Alice Barr is live from Washington, D.C. Alice, good morning.
Good morning, Maureen. Yeah, a lot of developments here in Washington as well as overseas. President Biden is preparing to address the nation and the world this afternoon after sending out a joint statement of support for Israel along with the leaders of the UK, Germany, Italy, and France.
Today in Israel, a mounting death toll, a growing hostage crisis, and a military mobilization for a potential all-out invasion of the Gaza Strip, with Israel's prime minister saying airstrikes in Gaza are just the beginning.
אזרחי ישראל היקרים, התחלנו, ואני מדגיש,
We just started to hit the Hamas.
Some Americans flying to Israel to join the fight. This woman said goodbye to her brother.
He wants to be there to support everybody. We want to be there too, but it's terrifying.
The number of Americans killed is growing among the hundreds dead in the massive terror attack carried out by the Palestinian militant group Hamas. President Biden preparing to address the crisis from a White House lit up in Israel's blue and white. The administration acknowledging Americans may be among the hostages.
We're going to do everything we can do to get them home safe with their families where they belong.
The president directing hostage recovery experts to help Israel and sending the U.S. Navy's most advanced aircraft carrier to the Israeli coast to deter further attacks, even as federal law enforcement monitor for any domestic threats here in the U.S. For Americans living in Israel, scenes of horror playing out. Abby On says members of her family are missing after texting her that terrorists were inside their home.
It's hard to close your eyes at night.
U.S. officials promising not to look away from the devastation striking one of this country's closest allies.
And amid urgent calls for more aid, House members are returning to Washington today. Republicans are scrambling to pick a new speaker, something that has to happen before any new money can be directed to Israel's fight. Maureen?
And Alice, what are the next steps in the speaker fight?
So there's set to be a sort of a candidate forum sometime later today among just House Republicans. Then they need to decide on who their nominee is going to be before this can go to a full House vote. This is hopefully going to be wrapped up all by the end of this week. House members saying they understand the urgency here.
Right. This is definitely a pressing matter that they need to get to. Alice Barr, live for us in D.C. Thank you so much.
Yeah.